Let me just hug my friends. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another special edition where I hug my son and my best buddy here. We are out today testing the brand new NRX 852S JWR. This is the rod that I used for years and years and years as my all-around finesse rod. I traded it in for this guy. This is the Windbuster. This new NRX Plus is blowing our minds. So today we're gonna put it to the test. We're gonna see what it can do, what it can't do. We're also pairing with some different reels. So Griff, you got the Stella on yours. Kolton, you got the brand new 2022 Exist on yours. We're gonna throw the old Exist on too. We're just gonna do some different shit. I see you already got reaction rigged up. You got a drop shot rigged up. So we're gonna put it through the paces, see what we can accomplish with it, see if we can catch some fish, and let you guys know our real thoughts on this rod. So is it the best all-around spinning rod ever? Stay tuned. Let's go.
So what are you throwing right now on the 852?
I'm throwing a Pop X. Trying to test it out, see how it can handle a small topwater bait. It's pretty good for this style bait. I like it.
To the hook. Okay, keep the rod tip up and let it fight, okay? Nice. Oh, the big one. That's a nice one, Kolton. Yeah. Fuck. How dark that smallmouth is. Alright, bud.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you like the rod now?
It's great. Alright, Jeff, we're on the board. Brand new 852 JWR. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Skinny fish. They're getting ready to move up to spawn, so gave you a good fight.
Yeah.
Handled it well. Sensitive. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, good job, bud. Nice. Alright, we are on the board. Hell yeah, good job, dude. Alright, let's keep going, Jeff.
How do you feel about the 852?
It's great. I love it.
Sensitive?
Really sensitive. You can feel everything on that ride, man.
Castability was
great.
pretty good too.
It was perfect, man.
So one of the thoughts, just to butt in, so we saw this fish cruising a really long ways away from where we are, and both you and Griff both said, fuck, that's a long cast.
It is
right?
a long cast.
And you were able to cast maybe 20 or 30 feet past where that fish was with a 1/4 ounce drop shot.
Yeah.
Right? So far it seems like the castability of this rod is very good. I mean, dude, that was dope. First spot, catch a fish. I don't know what more we could do.
Yeah.
Let's just keep catching them.
All right.
All right. Good job, dude. Go to the left. Walk to the left. That's a good one. Yeah. Kolton, keep the rod tip up. Ooh. Nice one, guy. Damn.
Thank you.
That's a stud.
Yeah.
All right, cruising smallmouth. Jacked it. Color craw again. I don't know what Griff's doing up there with the jerk bait, but all right, here, I'll hold the rod. You go for the release. Hold that guy sideways. All right.
That's a pretty one.
You're becoming a fan of this 852,
Yeah.
aren't you? Oh yeah. Oh, Griff's on. Look at that follower.
Yeah.
Sick.
He's not happy.
Yeah, solid fish. Good job, dude.
There we go.
Nice.
Griff.
+1 Nanahan. Little largemouth? Hell yeah. There we go.
What do you think?
Yeah, so it feels good. It loaded really nice. It kept the load the whole way. I never felt like I was in danger of losing the fish. It felt good.
How did it cast?
So again, just like the other one, the 872 that we were throwing, it doesn't like light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like it loaded very good on the cast, real fast.
Yeah, so this is a quarter ounce, I believe, and it's not loading it very well on the cast, but we're also in wind. So, but I mean, the rod performs amazing. Sick.
All right, so I just caught a fish on the Windbuster because I wanted to, naturally I'm gonna compare every spinning rod to the Windbuster when I'm talking about all around use, right? My initial impression is that this is like half the weight, so way lighter than the Windbuster. Now, the Windbuster's also got a 3000 on it. It is a heavier powered rod, but let's see how this compares when I actually get bit. But overall impression, like when you first put it in your hand, this thing just weighs absolutely nothing. So, did you feel that way with yours on the Stella, or did yours feel heavy with the Stella? Okay, so it might just be a combination of the exist on there as well. So we'll have to see. But let's see if I can get bit real quick. All right, well, I mean, super sensitive. I was way out there. And this isn't the biggest. Drop shot. Little curly tail Roboworm. Just kind of dragging it around. It's kind of a windy day, so just kind of dragging a flat. And I felt it pull up and over something and thunk, and just loaded up beautifully. So, yeah, I mean, so far it's performing exactly the way I would expect it to, which is beautiful. So let's see if we can stick a big one on it.
What do you have for us? Nice.
So again, as soon as it hit the water, I just felt them slam it. I can't say enough about the sensitivity of this rod. It's so dope. I think you get this rod paired with a really nice reel, you'll have a great time.
All right, guy. All right. Okay, guy. All right, so I switched over, little guy, but I wanted to see how it would hook on a weedless drop shot, right? So we've been throwing the nose hook all morning, switched up to a weedless, wanted to give that a shot. So, little guy, just kind of fishing my little current seam, came over to kind of this main river stretch. So, first bite I had, I broke off. So I think my current was set too tight, which is not very tight. I mean, you can see. So this rod is very, very fast. It's fairly unforgiving, but it's really sensitive. So, I mean, even in the current, Jeff's even watching the bite sometimes vibrate on my rod, and he goes, "Oh God!" It's like, I know, and it's just a little smallmouth bite. So it's impressive. It's obviously got plenty of power for the weedless presentation. So I know Griff's been throwing the free rig. I'm curious to see how it handles a free rig, just a little different technique. I haven't even paid attention to lure rating, Jeff. So 1/8 ounce to 3/8 ounce. So just like the 872, I think this is definitely underrated again. So I've got a 1/4 ounce drop shot weight on here, a 5.5 inch curly tail worm, color crawl, the best color ever. But by the time you weigh all this stuff, it's going to be 3/8 of an ounce, and there's a lot of rod left here. So I think you're going to be totally fine even throwing a 3/8 ounce weight plus a plastic. So that's going to be my next step. I want to try to catch one more on this. Kolton caught a big largemouth on it. I want to catch one more good one just to prove to myself that if I set my stuff right, that it can handle it. But so far, everything I've seen, this rod is dope. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better. There you go. Fishing, my favorite technique, the drop shot. Alright guys, so I made a switch. I grabbed the rod that has the Exist 2500 on it. I don't know what to say. This thing is sick. I feel like I have air in my hands. It's just like a stick of air. It's so light. It's so crisp. Everything is just working so perfect in unison together. It doesn't even make sense how amazing this is right now. So going from reaction to like a jerk or a drop shot, it works so much better. It feels like this is where it's at right here. The free rig did really well for me. It felt really good. The drop shot feels really good. I can't say anything but it's dope, dude. Like the rod, it's super sensitive. It's really, really responsive to everything that you're doing. So it's dope. Yep.
Okay, guy. Largemouth. Free rig. So I wanted to see how it would handle a free rig, since that's what we do so often with the Windbuster, and handled it great. Throws it great. So yeah, one more thing to check off the list, Jeff. I mean, so far we've caught them on several different things. It's handled it all really good. I mean, you can see this hook is stuck in that fish. So there we go. Largemouth. Dolive Beaver, of course. All right, when all else fails and it gets windy, throw the beaver. All right, let's let that sucker go. Sweet. Oh, he spit it. The largemouth. Yeah. All right, fish. All right, let's see if I can. The predicaments we get ourselves into, Jeff. All right. Got it wrapped around your head. Well, we caught them on plastic, so wanted to see what we could do with a hard bait, so put a 110 on there. So in full disclosure, this is the 4th bite I've had and the first one I've landed. So it is not a great jerk bait rod, which it shouldn't be. It's a jig and worm rod, but I wanted to see like how it would work. This guy just crushed it. So, you know, once they're hooked well, it fights fish so beautifully, but it is definitely a very, very fast rod. So I feel fortunate to have got one in. All right, good way to end the day. Thanks, guy. All right. Sick. Well, that's a bunch of different ways we caught them on the rod. Let's meet back up with Griff and Kolton, and we'll just kind of recap our thoughts on this. It's an amazing rod. It does some things beautifully well, does some things not as good as, you know, something like a Windbuster, but let's break it down for you guys and make sure you have all of our thoughts on the day. All right, guys, so the crew's back together. Excellent day, guys. Good day. Good job, dude.
Yeah.
So today we came out just to have a fun kind of family outing, father, son, uncle, and we brought the brand new 852 JWRs out. So you guys have had a full day catching fish on them. We've caught smallmouth and largemouth on them. Let's break it down and give some thoughts. Kolton, what do you think about the rod? Start with you.
I love this rod. I thought it was very versatile. It's a very sensitive rod. I could really feel everything that was happening. Overall, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely use it again. It's a great rod.
Excellent. Griff, what say you, sir?
Yeah, I also thought it was a super sick rod. It feels good, dude.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does some things really well, like the drop shot, it fished it really, really well. The free rig, it fished it really, really well.
Yep.
Any of that bottom contact stuff, whatever it was made for, it does really well.
Agreed.
I tried to throw a jerkbait on it. It did okay. It wasn't great.
So you caught a good one on the X-Nanahan.
Yes.
But I watched you struggling on the casting of it.
Yes.
But I think some of that, honestly, is this reel.
Maybe.
Now, I am not trying to be anti Stella or Pro Exist here at this moment, right? So we put a Stella on one. This is the new 2022 Stella. We put a 2022 Exist on the other just to see which reel fit which rod the best.
Yeah.
I definitely felt that even with a 110, I struggled to cast with the Stella on there.
Yeah.
This is not a jerkbait rod,
No.
right? So like when we use the Windbuster, it's designed as a reaction bait rod that we use as bottom contact. This rod is designed as bottom contact, and it is beautiful for that. Not so good on reaction. Can you do it? Of course. Like you just watched me catch jerkbait fish, you watched Griff catch jerkbait fish, but I lost 3 before I landed 1. That's not very good odds, and it's really because that rod is so fast, right? So for me, this rod is going to be a beautiful addition to the line just below where the Windbuster positions now. So for me, the Windbuster is like 3/8 ounce, free rig, little heavier weight stuff. This rod is so beautiful with quarter ounce drop shot. I don't feel that the Windbuster is a great drop shot rod, do you?
It's not amazing.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not amazing.
You threw the Windbuster half the day. Did you like the Windbuster or this one better for the drop shot?
I would definitely prefer this one for
Yeah.
drop shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, for this style fishing, I definitely think the 852 is the best
Yes.
for a drop shot. So I would say if you guys are mainly throwing like 3/16 and quarter ounce weight, drop shot, both nose hook and, you know, weedless, we also threw free rigs on it.
Yeah.
I caught fish in a free rig, you caught fish in a free rig. I thought it handled it great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely 2 thumbs up. I found the grip to be very comfortable.
So this is something I noticed too.
Okay.
So when I was fighting my fish,
Yeah.
it felt good in the grip,
Okay.
right? The grip is very comfortable.
Yeah.
So normally your spinning rod will kind of tweak a little bit.
Yep.
And you'll have to hold it at this weird angle.
Yeah.
I had no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not pretty, but it feels good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Loomis has never been the most beautiful rod.
Yeah.
Right? And one thing that I will preface, if you guys haven't bought any of these rods, can I borrow that one for a second? There are a lot of cosmetics that look like a 2-year-old put this rod together. I mean, for a $600 rod, it is definitely not perfectly built. You could see some glue in there. Some of the reel seat is not exactly right. This one's a little bit off. It's got a little lip on the left where you kind of sit. This one looks like it's a little chewed, right? So you have to overlook a few little cosmetics, but once you're using it, you forget all about it because the blank is so beautifully crisp. It's a killer rod. So I'm stoked for it. I'm adding it to the arsenal. You adding it to your arsenal?
100%.
Is it in?
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
But I'm definitely putting that reel on it.
I'm not putting that reel on.
I'm telling you guys, like I'm a huge fan of 3000s. This rod feels so beautiful with a 2500. And maybe I'm just an Exist fan, but that reel's the shit on that rod. So hopefully this helped. I think you guys will love this rod if you pick it up. That is the NRX 852S JWR. Go use it. You guys are gonna love it. Thanks for hanging, guys.
All right.
Peace, guys.